Fargo, a bustling town on the eastern edge of North Dakota, sharing the border of Minnesota with Moorhead and Dilworth, and West Fargo on the opposite side. There are more than 100,000 people in the area, and over 200,000 if combined with its other neighboring municipals. The Fargo area in particular is home to North Dakota State University, and as such, as much as a fifth of the population is made up of students. With so many students, their activities and events have a huge impact on the local community and vice versa. This area is a diverse and forward-thinking group of cities that is driven ahead as much by its colleges and universities as it is its local businesses and community leaders. This has made it a great center to find a sense of community and progression. While the city has been and continues to head in a bright direction, the community is not unused to handling emergencies. Flooding has been a problem for many years, and every time the community comes together to help each other out. But come one week in September 2012, the Fargo-Moorhead area would be experiencing an extremely different kind of threat. On the 11th anniversary of 9/11, the FM area received a bomb threat aimed towards its only airport, Hector International. The threat was called directly into the airport, and officials immediately closed all ground traffic in and out of the location. Local bomb tech community experts, as well as FBI officials and the Fargo PD, were summoned to the airport to aid in this emergency. People at the airport had been reported saying that everything inside was calm and collected. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, except for the fact that no one was allowed to leave. According to a news outlet at the time, incoming passengers had little to no idea what was going on. A traveling businessman, who was said to be a native of British Columbia, landed and was surprised to find out that traffic had been halted. In the end, he had to walk a mile down the airport road to 19th Avenue to where the airport taxis were forced to wait for their passengers. After a thorough sweeping of the building, no bombs were found, and traffic assumed its normal progression after only around an hour of downtime. Throughout the incident, planes were allowed to take off and land as normal. This relatively calm and collected response to a serious threat would come to be fully tested a few short days later. For most students and teachers on NDSU campus, the 14th of September started out as usual. The normal routine was in effect and nothing seemed amiss. Classes were going as scheduled and students milled about on their separate agendas all around campus. But around the end of 9 a.m. classes, the NDSU emergency notification system sent out an alert that alarmed everyone on campus to a real danger.
The NDSU campus is on high alert after a bomb threat was called in at 9:45 this morning. NDSU police immediately sent out an order for the campus to be evacuated by 10:15.
9:49 a.m. today to everybody on the North Dakota State campus. It says this is an emergency message from North Dakota State University. NDSU is requiring all employees and students to leave campus by 10:15 a.m.
There was a bomb threat made, and a full-scale campus evacuation was in progress. Someone had directly contacted a person on campus via telephone to make the threat, and school administrators responded swiftly.
We're looking west on 12th Avenue from the campus here at about 16th Street to the north.
Most students and faculty were initially stunned by the news, but the shock wore off rather quickly and then people were in motion. Soon, campus and city officials had a stream of traffic leaving the university.
You could see the line of traffic, even though students and faculty and staff were told to leave the campus on foot. We've got massive traffic jams here. They're stretching all different ways here on 12th Avenue westbound. You can see the traffic tie-ups further down on 12th Avenue. That would be east of University Drive. A lot of students milling about here.
This includes residence hall students who, if necessary, should walk to locations off campus. This also includes the downtown buildings and agricultural facilities.
Students and faculty who lived on campus either had to find a new place to stay for the moment, or as some others did, go hang out and eat at close-by local restaurants or other establishments. Popular destinations were largely the venues on 19th Avenue North, both in walking distance for most of the people. While the students were in motion, some had little to no idea about what was going on.
Some know, some don't. Some have asked me. They've yelled at me, what's going on, because this is highly abnormal. And when you've got a mass evacuation, as a precaution right now, because of this bomb scare, it is highly unusual here on the campus of NDSU, literally involving thousands of people here through buildings not only on the main campus, but also of the downtown.
Most took the time off campus as a reprieve from their classes and homework. While they sincerely hope that there is no bomb to be found anywhere close to NDSU, they also saw the light in the situation and refused to let the threat get the better of their day. All in all, the community responded very well to the incidents. The evacuation, while inadvertently creating a huge traffic jam, was orderly and civil. Authorities commended the faculty and students for how fast campus was evacuated. The NDSU president was quoted saying, "This was an impressive, coordinated effort by the university police, city, state, and federal authorities." It had only taken around a half hour, and everyone had been moved elsewhere. After thorough searching of the main campus, downtown campus, and agricultural sites, campus opened up at 1 p.m. and classes resumed at 2 p.m. the same day. No traces of a bomb were found. 2 days, 2 bomb threats. The city had undergone a previously never before experienced emergency and handled it extremely well. The resilient community of the Fargo-Moorhead area, instead of cowering in fear of these threats, took it all in stride. Ironically enough, during this event, a vehicle started on fire right next to NDSU's main campus. A dump truck had caught flame and drew in a horde of spectators, much to the dismay of officials who were trying to keep the crowds moving. This event was entirely coincidental and had nothing to do with the previous bomb threats. North Dakota State University as a whole seemed largely unfazed at the whole situation, and even happy that classes were canceled for a few hours. Spirits were high throughout the incident, with students even seen cheering as they were let back onto campus. The energy and positivity of the Bison was unable to be diminished by this event. This series of events was handled as just another walk in the park by the community and its students. While this line of bomb threats and accidental fires put the community on edge for a few days, business was largely as usual throughout the city afterwards. If more proof was ever needed to show how strong and pragmatic the Fargo-Moorhead area is, simply look to see how it handles itself when striking situations present themselves.